Where's the 3JZ?
Bruh, like, nice BMW.
I want a JDM, not Das Auto.
Or like, Fahrvergnügen. I waited 20 years for this. More like bratwurst than sushi. Wait, is that better or worse?
I don't know. It's got fake vents. It looks like a Miata with a fat ass.
Welcome back, and you're watching the Evil X channel. If you like Supra content, when you get done watching this video, you know what to do. Browse through the other videos on my channel and see if any of those interest you as well. And consider subscribing. Thanks for being here. The Mark 5 Supra is going on its third model year, and it was a little controversial when it first came out, and it still is to a certain extent to some people. So why is that? The two main reasons were the styling and that BMW platform. And I'm gonna give you my take why neither of those are a bad thing. So first of all, let's talk about the looks. What about the aesthetics? We all remember back in 2014, we saw the Toyota FT1 concept, and it blew our collective minds. That thing looked absolutely amazing. From the F1 inspired front nose to the active aero rear wing, it looked just incredible. As with most concept cars though, the reality is rarely as good as the concept. Remember the 2013 WRX concept? Man, I wish we would have got that. However, some of the body language of the Supra did make it to the production model. When the actual production model started hitting the ground in summer 2019, we got to see them in their retail form. The press and internet started to review them and show the world what this car really looked like. It was polarizing for some. Naturally, a lot of people didn't like all the non-functional fake vents, the attached on the door cladding, or thought it looked a little bit odd overall. But let me tell you, and you've heard it before, but on this car, you really need to see it in person. There hasn't been a single time that I've taken this car out where it has not been snapping necks left and right. You get thumbs up everywhere you go, and people pulling out their cell phones to get a picture or a video. It has quite the presence that really does need to be seen in person. So the major complaint when this car came out, why the BMW platform? Why did Toyota partner with BMW? Why didn't we get a new Japanese developed powertrain? Where's the 3JZ, brah? Let's be blunt, Toyota did not need to make this car in any way. The only reason we ever got the Mark 5 is because there's a handful of passionate people at Toyota that willed this thing into existence. Let's put this into perspective. For US sales, because those were the easiest numbers for me to find, in 2021, Toyota sold over 2.3 million vehicles in the US. 2021, US Corolla sells 223,000 plus units sold. So let's compare that to the Supra. In 2021, the Mark 5 Supra had its best-selling year yet with 6,830 units sold, compared to 5,887 units in 2020 and 2,884 from the July 2019 to the end of that year for the first model year. For 2021 Corolla versus Supra sales, the Corolla sold over 32 times as many vehicles. The Supra sales are so insignificant, it's barely a blip on Toyota's radar. US Supra sales as a percentage of their 2021 2.3 million vehicles sold in the US, that's 6,830 Supras, is 0.29% of their total sales. That's not even 1/3 of 1% of sales. As far as sales and making money, this is not even a drop in the bucket for a Toyota. It is so insignificant, in fact, that I feel like we are really lucky to have gotten the car at all. These low volume sports cars are really a result of a handful of passionate people at the company that make these projects come to life. These can be considered halo cars that bring brand recognition to the company. They are a showcase of engineering expertise They're to say, hey, we're still cool, man. Remember, we used to make like Celica and MR2 and what about a Supra? The current going rate for research and development of a new vehicle platform starts at about $1 billion. That's with a B. It makes absolutely no sense to fully develop a whole new engine and entire platform to go with it for such a low volume product. As a very inflated example, when Lexus, Toyota's luxury brand, sold the legendary LFA, it was reported to be sold at a loss even with the $400,000 price tag to the consumer. Similar can be said with the Bugatti Veyron that was of course part of the VW group. Those supposedly lost millions of dollars for every unit produced and sold. It's a measuring contest at that point. It's just to show what they can do with their engineering capability and kind of show off a little bit. Toyota had success with the 86 and the BRZ collaboration with Subaru. I feel like this collaboration got them in the mindset of shared production and development costs when they finally decided to go back to the Supra after a small little 20-year hiatus. They wanted to retain the lineage of the Supra having a turbo inline six. The problem is Toyota doesn't make an inline six. So who makes an inline six? Who makes a damn good one that's already been proven? That's when we introduce the BMW B58. The BMW B58 is already used in the 240i, 340i, 440i, and the Supra's doppelganger, the BMW Z4, along with some other models. Toyota made the deal with BMW to use their hardware, BM Yoda. Toyota took the parts, then it did its own tuning on the engine, transmission, and suspension. There were also rumors that Toyota even gave BMW feedback to improve the platform even further to meet Toyota's high quality standards. Seriously, how can you be disappointed with a twin-scroll turbo inline six? So what did we get with this sports car? Adaptive dampers, a lower center of gravity than an 86 or a BRZ, 50-50 weight distribution. It's stiffer than an LFA. Toyota referenced the 2020 car as having a 0 to 60 time of 4.1 seconds, the fastest production car to ever wear a Toyota badge. Car and Driver, however, were able to get this to launch in just 3.8 seconds, 0 to 60. That puts the car in Lamborghini Gallardo or Ferrari F430 territory. I would say that's good company for a car that starts in the mid $50,000 range. So could Toyota have put all that extra research and development and $1 billion+ into making it more like the FT1 concept and giving it its own platform? Of course they could. They're the second biggest car company in the entire world. But just look at the NSX. With the revised NSX, it has all the crazy technology in the world that starts at like $150,000, $200,000. In my opinion, I would much prefer to have something that is more affordable to the masses. I think if that FT1 concept had come out more like it was initially revealed and had some crazy technology underneath the hood, you'd be looking at that six-figure plus price point. And not very many people are going to be able to enjoy that. Wouldn't you rather have something that is more attainable and that a lot more people can enjoy and it's still really good? I can understand the argument where this isn't a Japanese platform and maybe they should have brought the car out and named it something else, like the Titty Sprinkle 9000. It still would have been an awesome car, but I think they did the right move by naming it the Supra. It hasn't been around for over 20 years in the US, and now we finally got one again. I'm really happy to have it. It's one of those things that you really have to experience to understand it. There is the haters out there, but I think most of them have never seen one and have never driven one. The haters are still gonna hate, but I'm telling you, you have to try one of these things out for yourself, or at least get a ride along if you are lucky enough to find someone that has one of these things. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching my video. I appreciate it. Again, if you like super content, browse through the other videos on my channel, see if any of those interest you as well, and consider subscribing. Until next time, I'm out.
I don't know. It's got fake vents. And it looks like a Miata with a fat ass.